take 15 kickoffs, don't you?
Yeah, you have to. In the end, what are you going to do? That's just, any more truly, you don't even flinch at it because it doesn't matter. You're going to do whatever, TV has you do, and you just have to adjust your schedule, and that's just, everybody has it at some point or another.
Do you watch football all day?
We have meetings. We try and break up the day for the players so they're not sitting around too much. So between meetings, walkthrough, these kind of things, or our brunch, our lunch, you're kind of in and out. So you catch some games here and there when you have a down 45 minutes or an hour.
Did you feel a need to talk to the team about any adjusted goals, same goals this week or anything?
Not really. I think in the end. It's still a long year, and I think the true message is we've got Colorado this week, our last North Division team, and then 4 South Division teams from there. So there's still a ton in front of us, but not only us, everybody. You look at everyone playing across the country. It's pretty balanced everywhere. So, and in our conference, I think it's been obvious anybody can beat anybody, and so, you got to be ready to play, and let's do our work this week to be as good as we can be this week.
There's a lot of games left, but your reaction to Baylor leading the South at this point?
They're playing really well. We've got to see them at different times and executing, playing well, in all parts of the game. They've got a lot of speed, and Coach Browse and their group are really doing a great job.
Could you get into a little bit what Colorado does offensively and defensively? What they bring to the table?
Well, offensively, they're really good at keeping balance. They do a good job running the football and throwing it. And they get in some heavy sets where they come at you in a physical way, and how they try and with their run and play action, those kind of things. Defensively, they mix in their man and zone concepts and pressure you, and very aggressive, very disciplined on how they play. Play really hard. So very, very solid in their schemes.
Would you want to coach your son?
And I really like Coach Hawkins to me is an excellent coach, a great guy, and no, I don't think I would, and I think that would always be a tough. I learned that. I went to Iowa when the guy that recruited me was Bob Cummings, and was his last year coaching that Iowa, my first year there when I was redshirted, and his son Bob Jr. was our quarterback, and it was really tough. And I just being around that situation, and then just seeing what Dan's had to go through and all would just be really hard. This job is pressured enough and demanding enough to have family in the middle of it would just seem to be pretty hard and pretty tough. And so I'm sure for both of them it's been a tough situation, but in the end their family relationship, I'm sure, is strong as ever, because I know the kind of guy Hawk is, and so I'm sure they'll grow from it, and they're bigger than that, than whatever could be said about them.
So where's your son's going to go? Iowa?
They're only 11, so I don't know where I'll be at that point. I don't know.
Seriously, if you're still coaching, you'll tell them don't come here.
I won't let them come here. So, yeah, I'll send them to Iowa maybe. They could play for Coach Ferentz.
What if he's the biggest stud in the country?
And go play for Mike or somebody, or again, like I said, go be a Hawkeye.
I'm sure you would say that Landry can't make some of the throws he made against Missouri. Is what he has to do that specific? Don't make those throws, or is he missing something in a general way that leads to those throws?
You're talking about the interceptions, or? Well, I think in the end, the first one they had a pressure on, and I'm not so sure they didn't bust what they were doing, because to the field they really didn't have it contained. It's almost like the guy rushing realized, hey, I'm not supposed to be, drops off, and he dropped right off in the window he was going to. So you got to think pressure had something to do with that. The other one, tips are situations where you can't always. It's hard to fault a guy. If a ball gets deflected and into another guy's hands, that's pretty tough to put on the quarterback.
Is his presence? I guess what I'm also asking is his presence in pressure situations, fourth quarter, close game. does he lose something? Is he less of a comfort zone than he is early in the game? Or
No, I don't. I would say, as I said earlier to Al too, it's you have to, that position is supported and not supported, so you have to put it all, you have to put it together. And so, you know, in all those cases, whether we put him in a bad play, whether someone misses a block, whether someone drops a pass, you know, someone doesn't pick up a blitz, I don't know. So it doesn't all go to him.
sure.
So I feel, no, his presence in those situations is fine, but I think he'll continue to improve. Again, he's still a guy that's fairly young, though people have gotten, he's played so well, gotten to treated him like he's a senior. You know, he's a young player. He'll get better. He'll learn from them, and I believe he will handle some of those situations better, even on his own. But, you know, no matter what, as long as he's here, he's going to need to be supported, too.
We asked you last night about punting when you did, 2.5 minutes left, and you raised some interesting points in answering that. Having said that, do you have to fight the competitor in you?
Yeah, I really thought about it, and then I just, you know, with no timeouts, the situation wasn't, you know, I just, like I said, I thought it was, you know, at this point, you know, it was over.
Without your point about the pollsters and things, you come out 9th in the BCS, which frankly is not a bad spot, not a disastrous spot to be in October.
Yeah, and
I mean, is that part of
that's
it?
part of it. I said that last night. I said I don't know, you know, where it'll lead, but I thought, hey, you know, the guys have played hard here. We're in this situation. It's not where you want to be. I've never done it before, but I thought, you know what, there's still a bunch of games to be played. Who knows what can happen? Heck, LSU got in it a few years ago with 2 losses, right? So, you know, some people don't see the game, only look at the score, you know, as they vote. So, you know, right or wrong, that's what I did.
Do you feel like the Big 12 is strong enough and you have enough opportunities the rest of the year that a one-loss Big 12 team could play for a BCS title?
Oh, I would think so, but we'll see.
Bob, you going to miss Colorado? You played them, I think, 12 times in the last 21 years.
You know, you sure you them and Nebraska, you wish things hadn't changed, but hey, they did. So I say I do. I don't. Probably not. I don't much care. You know, we'll play 12 games, and so that all being said, I'll probably go back on it, and you know, I was never great. Never really liked going up there anyway. So nothing against, just.
Is the altitude some of that? Is it the altitude some of that?
Yeah, whether, you know, just altitude or the travel, different time zone, you know, those kind of things. It just was, you know, in the end, you know, like going on the road anywhere, but so. But bottom line is we're still going to play 12 games, and they'll be good games, so.
Is going to Nebraska any better? It's cold up there.
No, it was always tough too, so in the end. But, you know, we have such a tradition with Nebraska. That's where that makes that a little bit different with, you know, you think all the years, you know, that game meant so much.
Anything new on Walker or no today?
No. You know, at this point, we're not expecting them to play.